There he is, just like I said. Now you get on out there and ask him. I don't know about this Apple Bloom. I don't think he flies all the way out here because he wants company. Now you look here, Skitterloo. That there is Ghidorah, the Prince of Terror. He grants wishes. Wishes, Skitterloo. He even found my big sister a prince. He can do that. He can do anything. That's right. So if you really want to fly, you get on out there and make a wish. Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry to bother you.
There are only 3 creatures that approach the Prince of Terror unbidden. The brave, the foolish, and the desperate. Which are you?
I suppose you will have to be the judge of that, Mr. Ghidorah, sir. I wouldn't bother you, but no one else can help me. I've talked to doctors, alicorn princesses, and even the best flyer in Equestria, but none of them could help me. You're my last hope.
You are desperate, then. You are afraid? That is good. You are right to fear me. Nevertheless, tell me your wish.
I want to fly. My wings are stunted. I'm a Pegasi that can't fly.
I see. It is within my power to grant your wish.
It is? It is? Oh, please, sir. Grant my wish.
To do so, I must forge a covenant with you. But you are a child. I cannot forge a covenant with a child without first forging a covenant with their parents. Bring them to me, and I may grant your wish.
I can't.
They do not wish you to fly? Or perhaps they fear the Prince of Terror more than you do?
I've never even told my closest friends this, Prince Ghidorah. But I'm an orphan. My parents are dead. I live in an orphanage outside of town. So unless you can commune with the dead, I can't get their consent.
How long ago did they die?
They died when I was just a foal. I don't even remember their faces. And I've been stuck in the orphanage ever since, because no one wants to adopt a Pegasi with stunted wings.
I see. Then the real reason you want to fly has nothing to do with flying.
It doesn't?
What you truly desire is to be adopted. And unless you can prove you can fly, you know that will never happen.
Suppose you're right about that, mister. I need to fly to get parents. But I need parents in order to get you to help me fly. It's so unfair! Isn't there anything you can do for me?
Now that I have divined the true nature of your life issue, I may be able to help you.
How?
It's simple enough. I adopt you. When you are my daughter, I will be able to use my full power to assist you with your lesser problems.
You would do that? You would adopt me? But you're a prince. I'm just a common orphan. I'm a defective orphan at that. Why would someone like you want me?
If you do not believe you are worthy to be my daughter, then return to your friends and be content with the life that you have.
No. No. I want to be your daughter. It's just too wonderful to comprehend. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, it's not ultimately up to you or I. We must confront a demon that makes even the Prince of Terror tremble.
What sort of monster could possibly scare you?
Bureaucrats.
Serving number 30. Oh, so sorry, sir, but it's 4 o'clock. We are closed. Come back tomorrow. Okay. You win. Put the orphan down, and I'll look at your paperwork. Well, your background check came back clean, but you've listed your occupation here as Abyssal Prince, and your residence as the Cave of Crystal in the Everfree Forest. Okay, first of all, how much does being an Abyssal Prince pay? In bits.
Before my banishment, my vassals paid me tributes of gold, silver, and gemstones. But my current vassals do not have such resources.
In other words, you have no income.
Well, no.
Now there's the matter of your address. What is the actual mailing address of this cave of yours?
Mailing address? The ponies of Ponyville fear the Everfree Forest. Therefore, there is no mail service to that region.
Allow me to summarize your situation. You are unemployed and living in a cave in a forest. I realize this may come as a shock to you, but here in the Department of Bureaucratic Services, we have a word for people in your particular situation. We call that a bum. And do you know who we don't let adopt little fillies?
Bums.
You're a fast learner. I like that. Now please go away.
Then tell me precisely what I must do to change my status from bum, so that I may adopt Scootaloo.
If I tell you, do you promise to go away?
I shall.
First, you need to get a job that pays in bits, not titles. Second, you need to get at minimum a 2-bedroom apartment somewhere in Ponyville, with a real mailing address. You get those 2 things pinned down, and I can process your application.
That lady made me so mad. How dare she call the Prince of Terra a bum? Is she stupid or something?
It is as pointless to argue with bureaucrats as it is to become angry with them. They do not act in their own authority, and are therefore bound to obey the letter of the law, no matter how foolish or counterproductive the outcome. Celestials have long believed that common people are too foolish and ignorant to properly care for themselves, and insist that everyone would be better off if a wise and benevolent ruler took charge of them instead. This idea is seductive, because few can argue that their lives would not be better off if managed by a wise and powerful princess like Celestia, or a prince such as myself. However, this does not work in practice, for wise and benevolent rulers are rare if they can be found at all. There is only one Celestia, and there are millions of equestrians. She cannot possibly personally manage the lives of so many, no matter how great her power or wisdom. So she must hire bureaucrats to carry her policies to the people. But these bureaucrats are taken from among the common people themselves, and are by no means wise, well-learned, or benevolent. And even if they were all of those things, they are bound to obey the letter of the law, and are thus forced into folly such as labeling an immortal prince as a bum. The high hope of being ruled by wise Celestia ends with being ruled by a cold, petty, small-minded bureaucrat who can't see beyond the pile of forms on their own desk. Abyssus acknowledged that there would always be creatures who needed help to get through life. But he said such souls were far better off looking to their own families, friends, neighbors, and even benevolent strangers than to look to government. There has never been, nor shall there ever be, any salvation in the Bureau of Bureaucratic Services.
Wow. I actually understood that. If you were our teacher, I don't think I'd get any sleep in class at all.
Thank you, Scootaloo. I do value the praise of children, as it comes without guile. but we have business to attend to.
Oh, yeah. You have to get a job and an apartment. Couldn't you just ask Princess Twilight for a job and a home?
It is within her power to grant such a wish. However, I am reluctant to ask her to do so. It is I who have decided to help you. It is therefore I who should bear the burdens of that decision. Besides, if Twilight gives, then Twilight can take away. Do you really want her to have that kind of power over your life?
Oh. But then you're gonna go out and get a regular kind of job out in Ponyville? For me?
Yes, that is my plan. The Prince of Terror is not so proud as to think himself above manual labor.
I am at a loss for words.
We are beyond the time for discussion. Now is the moment for action. I must find employment.
Actually, I do think that needs some talking out. What kind of job can you actually do? I mean, think about it. Not just anyone is going to hire the Prince of Terror. You can't work a counter, for instance, because you'd scare the customers away.
That is very insightful, Scootaloo. I had not considered the effect of my intimidating presence on the normal flow of commerce. In addition, the employers themselves are likely to be fearful of me and not wish my prolonged presence in their establishments. Finding a job may prove more problematic than finding friends.
Wait a minute. You live in a crystal cave, right?
That is correct. As I am a dragon, such a place was a natural choice for a residence. It has not been an issue until now.
Are there any gemstones in this cave?
Oh. Yes, in fact, there are many.
I see. Well, we've been studying economics in school lately, and I must admit, I slept through most of it. But I remember enough to know there are two ways to get a job. You can find a job, or you can make a job.
It sounds to me like you have a plan.
I'm not really a planner. Apple Bloom usually does the planning. But what I do have are contacts. Diamond Tiara is a serious pain in my rump, but her father is the best business pony in town, and Diamond Tiara would sell her soul to get some quality time with royalty. So, in exchange for a little personal visit from the Prince of Terror, I believe we'll be in business.
You are indeed a worthy daughter.
Don't get ahead of yourself, mister. I'm not adopted yet. Let's move.
So, now you are the CEO and majority shareholder of the Everfree Mining Company, and you're partners with Filthy Rich. You work fast, Mr. Ghidorah.
I expected you to be incredulous, so I have provided the necessary contracts and affidavits to prove my status.
Indeed you have, Mr. Ghidorah. You have been most thorough. I am very impressed. You have even bought a 3-bedroom house in the suburbs.
Then I have completed your quest to your satisfaction, and my application for adoption can be approved.
Can be? Is! It will take a few weeks for the final paperwork to be completed, but this will serve as your temporary proof of adoption. Congratulations, Mr. Ghidorah! You are a father. Next!
I can't sleep. I can't shake this feeling that if I go to sleep, I'll wake up in the morning in the orphanage and this will all have just been a dream.
This is a dream, my daughter, but it's the kind that is unthreatened by the morning light. I will be here when you awaken. I will still be your father, and you will still have a home.
Could you sing me a lullaby? I know I'm a bit old for that sort of thing.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
He has adapted very quickly, sister. He has even anticipated your next move. I expected no less from the Prince of Terror. Our father was a wise stallion. The cleverness of his murderer should be no surprise. What will you do now? He has not only avoided provoking the elements of harmony to wrath as you had planned, but he has won nearly all of them to his side. Not only that, but news of this adoption is spreading like wildfire. Even the Unicorn Council is talking about accepting him officially as equestrian royalty. There is no reason to panic just yet. There are still 2 elements that have not fallen into his grasp. We still have time to prepare. Find Discord. I have an offer for him that he can't refuse. As you wish, my sister.